Right. So today we're going to be taking a deep dive into this program I found called the Collection of Confidence.
Ah,
And it claims to be able to unlock your inner charisma and make you pretty much irresistible,
oh, wow.
especially with women.
Okay.
So if you're listening to this and you want to, you know, boost your confidence with women,
Mm-hmm.
this program promises to be your secret weapon.
Right.
But we're going beyond the hype to
Sure.
see if there's anything to this or not.
Okay.
We've got the promotional material here, and we're ready to break it down.
Yeah. Always interesting to see like what approaches are out there in the self-improvement world.
Yeah, one of the things that jumped out at me at first was
Okay.
this whole idea of silencing that annoying voice in your head,
Mm-hmm.
that, constant stream of self-doubt
Right.
that can really sabotage you, especially when you're trying to connect with someone you're attracted to.
Yeah, that inner critic
Yeah.
is something that we all grapple with to some degree. In psychology, we often talk about this as like negative self-talk
Right.
or limiting beliefs, and it can have a real impact on our confidence
Mm-hmm.
and, the actions that we take.
Yeah, and this program, the Collection of Confidence,
Yeah.
really seems to zero in on that,
Okay.
arguing that by, taming this inner critic, you can unlock this level of confidence that will totally, transform your interactions,
Okay. Interesting.
especially with women.
Mm-hmm.
And they even reference this 2003 study,
Oh, wow.
which, I don't know, it sounds kind of out there,
Okay.
but it suggests that, tackling this negative self-talk can really lead to some serious improvements in your dating life.
I mean, I think it's fair to approach any study,
Yeah.
especially one from the self-help realm,
Oh.
a healthy dose of skepticism.
Right.
But the idea that our thoughts influence our reality
Mm-hmm.
and therefore our confidence
Well,
is definitely grounded in some solid
Yeah.
psychological principles.
So there might be something to this whole mind over matter
Yeah,
approach when it comes to attraction.
absolutely.
Right.
In fact, cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT,
Right.
is a well-established approach that focuses on recognizing and changing those negative thought patterns.
Mm-hmm.
And, some of the techniques that are outlined in the Collection of Confidence,
Right.
even if they're presented in a more
Yeah.
simplified or attention-grabbing way,
Sure.
might tap into those same principles.
Okay, so it's not just all smoke and mirrors.
Yep.
So how does this program actually work?
Yeah.
They break it down into all these different modules
Okay.
with some pretty catchy names.
Right.
Like rejection reversal and
Yeah.
the silver fox trick,
Okay.
which honestly sounds kind of cheesy to me,
Sure.
but also kind of intriguing.
Yeah. A little bit of playful marketing never hurts, right? But beyond those catchy titles,
Yeah.
it seems like some of these modules could be tapping into some legitimate psychological principles.
Okay.
Like, for instance, rejection reversal might be about reframing rejection as an opportunity for growth,
Okay.
which is a valuable skill in any area of life,
Yeah.
not just dating.
For sure. And what about the silver fox trick? Any insight into that one?
It's hard to say for sure
Right.
without, actually delving into the program itself.
Right.
But it could be about leveraging experience and wisdom as attractive qualities.
Okay.
So, playing to the strengths that come with age.
Gotcha. So potentially some solid psychological grounding
Yeah.
behind these techniques. But let's be real here. Testimonials, we got to talk about those.
Right.
They've got all these glowing reviews
Yeah.
from these supposedly average guys
Yeah.
who are now like Casanova level smooth
Okay.
thanks to this program.
Right.
And then there's the name dropping David D'Angelo, Neil Strauss,
Oh, wow.
big players in the dating advice world.
Yeah.
Does that add legitimacy or is that just clever marketing?
I think it's a bit of both.
Okay.
You always have to be cautious with testimonials, especially in the self-help world.
Right.
But when you see names like Strauss,
Mm-hmm.
who has a significant following and a track record in this space,
Right.
it does lend a certain level of credibility.
So it's like, yeah, be skeptical, but also
Yeah.
these guys aren't just endorsing anything.
Exactly. They've built their reputations.
Right.
So it's unlikely they would attach their names to something that's completely bogus.
Okay, that's a good point. But all this confidence-boosting goodness
Yeah.
can't be cheap, right? Let's talk pricing.
Well, they do that classic marketing move
Okay.
where they start with a high price to set like the perceived value,
Right.
and then they offer a steep discount
Mm-hmm.
and throw in a bunch of bonuses
Oh, yeah.
to sweeten the deal.
It's like they're doing us a favor
Yeah.
by letting us buy it at this amazing price.
Right.
And those bonuses,
Mm-hmm.
the amazing male confidence and the shield of impenetrability tracks.
Okay.
I mean, those names alone
Wow.
are worth the price of admission, right?
Well, marketing is definitely an art form.
It is.
But jokes aside, offering bonuses
Yeah.
is a common tactic to increase the perceived value
Right.
and make that offer seem even more irresistible.
Okay, so they're playing the marketing game, but at least they offer a 60-day money-back guarantee.
Okay.
So you're not totally risking it all, right?
A money-back guarantee is always a good sign,
Okay.
as it shows that they're confident in their product and they're willing to stand behind it.
Right.
Of course, the real test is how easy it is to actually get that refund
Right.
if you're not satisfied.
That's true. That's true.
But we'll give them the benefit of the doubt for now.
Yeah, for now. Yeah, it's interesting how they weave these psychological principles into the program, even if it feels a little gimmicky sometimes.
Right.
But I guess that's part of what makes it appealing.
Yeah.
Like it feels accessible,
Yeah. Definitely.
even if you aren't like a psychology expert.
And let's not forget, self-improvement is often about just finding what works for you, even if it's not the most academically rigorous approach.
Exactly.
If a program like this can help someone become more aware of their negative self-talk
Right.
and start challenging those thoughts, I mean, that's a positive step in the right direction.
That's a good point. It's easy to get caught up
Yeah.
in the details and forget the bigger picture, which is ultimately about just personal growth and, feeling more confident.
Exactly. And the collection of confidence does seem to touch on some key aspects of confidence building beyond just, silencing that inner critic.
Right.
They talk about body language, for instance,
Okay.
how standing tall, making eye contact,
Right.
projecting a sense of presence can make you more attractive.
I mean, how many times have you seen somebody who's not conventionally attractive,
Right.
but they just have this charisma
Yeah.
and this confidence that just draws you in?
It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Nonverbal cues can be incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And they often speak louder than words.
So true.
So even if some of the program's techniques
Mm-hmm.
might feel a bit contrived,
Yeah.
there's definitely value in being more mindful
Okay.
of how you're presenting yourself physically.
Yeah, it's like you don't have to become a different person,
Right.
but just being aware of your posture and your eye contact and stuff like that.
Absolutely. It's about enhancing
Yeah.
your natural strengths,
Right.
not trying to fit into some
Yeah.
artificial mold.
Okay, so we've talked about the inner game,
Yeah.
silencing that inner critic,
Right.
and the outer game, body language.
Yep.
But let's get down to like the heart of the matter.
Okay.
This program is all about attracting women. Right. I mean, they have these modules like 6-second arousal
Okay.
and gravitational loyalty,
All right.
which, to be honest, sound a little out there.
I think those titles are definitely designed to pique your interest.
Yeah.
And maybe raise an eyebrow or two.
Sure.
But if we look past the marketing language, it seems like these modules might be about understanding female psychology
Okay.
and then using that knowledge to build attraction.
So less about manipulation and more about like
Right.
reading the signals and
Yeah.
understanding what women are actually looking for.
Yeah, that's the ideal scenario, right?
Yeah, right?
It's important to approach dating with respect and authenticity.
Of course.
And while there's nothing wrong with wanting to be more attractive and
Right.
understanding what might pique someone's interest,
Yeah.
it should always be about building a genuine connection,
Mm-hmm.
not playing games or trying to trick anyone.
Yeah, because even if you could trick someone into being attracted to you,
Right.
that's not a solid foundation
Exact.
for a real relationship.
True attraction stems from a place of genuine interest and connection.
Yeah.
And that's something you can't fake or manipulate.
So the collection of confidence might give you some tools
Right.
to build your confidence
Yeah.
and understand female psychology better. But ultimately, it's up to you to use those tools ethically
For sure.
with the intention of building genuine connections.
I think that's a great distinction.
Yeah.
It's about empowering yourself,
Right.
not about finding shortcuts or trying to manipulate others.
Okay, speaking of empowerment,
Yeah.
one thing that stood out to me was the emphasis on like embracing your age and experience.
Okay.
Like they have this whole section on the silver fox archetype,
Right.
this idea that older men can be incredibly attractive and confident.
That's a really interesting point. We often see marketing in the dating advice world that's targeted towards younger men, playing on insecurities about youth and virility.
Right.
But this program seems to like flip that script
Totally.
and empower men to see their age as an asset.
Yeah, instead of trying to compete with younger guys,
Yeah.
they're encouraging you to own your experience and your wisdom,
Right.
which can be incredibly attractive.
And that's a powerful message. It's about recognizing that confidence comes from within. And it's not tied to a specific age or appearance. It's about owning who you are and presenting your best self to the world.
So it sounds like the collection of confidence has a lot to offer.
Yeah.
Even if some of the marketing is a little over the top.
I think that's a fair assessment. You know, it's about recognizing both the potential benefits and the potential pitfalls. And then making an informed decision based on, you know, your own values and your own goals.
Just sweet. Let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the practicalities.
Okay.
This program is all about action.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely. They talk about approaching women, starting conversations, overcoming the fear of rejection.
Right.
And while that might sound intimidating to some, it's really the only way to put these principles into practice and see real results.
So no sitting on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Hoping that confidence will magically appear.
Exactly. It's about taking action, even if it's uncomfortable at first.
Right.
You know, that's where the real growth happens.
Now, I know you can't endorse any specific program.
Right.
But if someone was considering the collection of confidence,
Yeah.
what would you say are the key things to keep in mind?
I think the most important thing is to be realistic about your expectations.
Okay.
This is not a magic pill
Right.
that will instantly transform your dating life.
Yeah.
It's a program that provides tools and techniques, but it's up to you to put in the work and apply them consistently.
So no quick fixes, but potentially a valuable resource for someone who is committed to personal growth and, you know, improving their dating life.
I think that's a fair way to put it.
Okay.
And it's always important to remember that, you know, confidence building is an ongoing journey. It's not a destination.
It's like anything else in life.
Yeah.
The more you practice,
Right.
the better you become.
Exactly. And the more confident you feel, the more likely you are to attract the kind of relationships that you desire.
It seems like so much of what we talked about today comes back to this idea of taking action and putting yourself out there, even if it feels scary.
That's where the real magic happens.
Right.
You know, because it's in those moments of discomfort when we challenge ourselves to step outside our comfort zones that we truly grow.
Like they say, everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear.
Exactly. And I think that's one of the things that this program really emphasizes is that confidence isn't something that you're just born with. It's something that you develop through action and experience.
And facing those fears head on, you start to realize that they're often much bigger in your head than they are in reality.
Absolutely. And as you start to like rack up these small wins, whether it's striking up a conversation with someone new or even just like holding your head high and making eye contact, your confidence begins to snowball.
It's like a positive feedback loop, right?
Exactly. The more you do, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the more you're willing to do.
So if you're listening to this and thinking, okay, this all sounds great, but where do I even start?
I'd say the first step is to simply become aware of that inner critic.
Okay.
That voice of self-doubt that we all have.
Right.
And once you're aware of it, you can start to challenge those negative thoughts and replace them with more empowering beliefs.
Like you don't have to silence that voice completely, but you can learn to like turn down the volume.
Exactly.
And choose not to let it dictate your actions.
And as you become more mindful of your thoughts, you can start to shift your focus to your strengths and the things that you're grateful for.
That's so powerful because when you focus on the positive, it just naturally boosts your confidence.
Absolutely.
And makes you feel more capable.
It's like you're building this foundation of self-belief.
That you can draw upon when you're feeling unsure or intimidated.
So it's not just about changing your behavior. It's about shifting your mindset. And cultivating a more positive and empowering outlook on life.
Absolutely. And that's where the real lasting change happens. Because when you believe in yourself, it shows in everything you do.
And that kind of genuine confidence is magnetic.
It is.
It draws people in, makes you more attractive.
That's the beauty of true confidence. It's not about trying to be someone you're not. It's about embracing who you are and letting that shine through.
So as we wrap up our deep dive into the collection of confidence today, I think the key takeaway is this.
Confidence is a skill that can be learned and developed just like any other skill.
It's about being willing to put in the work. Both internally and externally.
And it's about believing in your own potential. And having the courage to step outside your comfort zone.
And pursue the things that you want in life.
If you're feeling stuck or unsure of where to start, The Collection of Confidence might be a good resource.
It might be. But remember,
Okay.
no program or quick fix can do the work for you.
Right.
The real journey starts within, and it's a journey worth taking.
Well, thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Yeah, appreciate it.
We'll see you next time.